Let me record this. It is now being recorded. Thank you. If you were not joining us on the last session, can you please take a screenshot on this page also? This is the conversion of volume. If you were not joining us, please take the screenshot on this one. This is the definition of perimeter. Perimeter is the total length of the outer lines of a shape. If you were not joining us on that session, you are joining us on this one. You can also, you should know that we discuss this one. Before you come to this, I want you to know that we're discussing area. This is area of a square. You can take a screenshot on the area of a square, which is side times side, 10 times 10, which is 100. Please take a screenshot if you were not with us. We are not going to highlight that one because we talked about it once more, and it was for the third time that we've been discussing about it. If you are not with us, take a screenshot on the area of rectangle. Please make sure that you take a screenshot. So if you were not joining us on that previous session, please take a screenshot on the area of a circle. You can adjust using your fingers. You can adjust using your fingers. You can adjust using your fingers. Adjust using your fingers and take a screenshot. So if you are not joining us on that session, you can just make sure that you go to the area of a circle and take a screenshot. Take a screenshot on this one. You can take a screenshot on that one. If you were not joining us on that session, this is the area of a circle. I want you to know that we're discussing this one. This is the activity that we're dealing with. I even sent this thing on the group, on the WhatsApp group, and I also sent the answers. This is a wall which needed to be painted. So we're calculating the area to be painted, which is wall minus door minus window minus window. People minused only one window, and that was the problem. There are the answers. Wall minus door minus windows. Wall is length times breadth because it is rectangular. 20 times 12, which is 240 meters squared. Door is length times breadth. 5 multiplied by 8, which is 40 meters squared. Window is pi multiplied by radius squared, which is 3,142 times 1,5 times 1,5, which is 7,0695. But this is for one window. Then you need to times that number by 2, and it will give you 14,139. So when you are minusing, you will say 240 minus 40 minus 14,139, and your final answer will be 185,861 meter squared. We are done with that one. Now we're going to volume. We're going to be discussing it a bit because we discussed it. Before we discuss volume, I want to know if anyone has a question. If you have a question, you can just say, I have a question, and then we'll let you write your question, or we'll let you speak. We'll give you the chance to share your question with us about conversions, about perimeter, about area. If it is about other things, please just hold it for a moment. But if it has to do with area, or you have any difficulties about it, you can just share it with the group so that we make sure that we help you. It appears that no one is sending the message. It means that people are good. Okay. Volume is the space occupied by a shape. I have not closed a chance for someone who has a question. If you have a question, you can just write your question here. We will check it and we will deal with it. Volume is the space occupied by a shape. You see, when you are holding something, let's say you're holding a box. A box has the dimension, it has height, it has length, it has breadth. So when we talk of volume, we talk about the capacity, the space that it is inside that box. That's your volume. So we are talking about volume now, and we are discussing this shape. We were discussing about it yesterday. I just want to highlight a bit on it now, which is the volume of a cylinder. You can see it has a circle and it has height. Calculating this kind of a shape is very much simple. Your formula is that volume is equals to pi multiplied by radius squared multiplied by height. Pi multiplied by radius squared multiplied by height. That's how you calculate it. So it's 3,142 times 3,142. Sorry, times 3,142 times radius times height. It's 3,142 times 4,5. Why do we say 4,5? Because our diameter there is 9 centimeter. I'm trying to highlight the diameter so that everyone can see it. If you cannot see well, adjust the screen. I've highlighted 9 centimeter there, which is supposed to be our diameter. And I'm drawing a line. Yeah, that's my line. It indicates the diameter. So it's radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. So it's 3,142 divided by 2, which will give you, sorry, it's 9 centimeter divided by 2, which will give you 4,5. So your formula is pi multiplied by radius squared times height. It will be 3,142 times 4,5 times 4,5 times 13. Where does 13 comes from? 13 is your height. I believe some might be confused. Let me repeat it once more. Volume of a cylinder is equals to 3,142 times radius times radius times height. So it's 3,142 times 4,5 times 4,5 times 13. Someone asked a question yesterday. They said to me, what if they did not give you the height, but they have given you the volume and the diameter or the radius, and they say you must find their height? I say to them, you must divide on that volume anything that was multiplied. You'll be left with the height. If you don't understand that, you can simply go to YouTube and check our previous video. It's uploaded. Or you can check the video on the group. It's also uploaded on the WhatsApp group. You can check it and you can go down on it. So when we are calculating this shape, what we call this shape, this is supposed to be a rectangular prism. When we are discussing a rectangular prism, this kind of a shape, volume of a rectangular prism, you can use your fingers to adjust on the screen so that you can view it well. Yes, someone asked the question, say, this is grade 12 class. Yes, this is grade 12 class. Someone asked the question, they say, why am multiplying by 4,5? Because we have 9 centimeter. We are multiplying by 4,5 because of this. I wanted to check this. Mylena, I wanted to check this. We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to that one. Please check with me here. Do you see 9 centimeter? The one that I'm highlighting by red now. I'm highlighting by red now. Look, please look. Please look with me. 9 centimeter. So it's 9 centimeter there. That's 9 centimeter. That's our diameter. So diameter is a line between the circumference of a circle. Is this line that I'm trying to highlight by red now. This line. This is diameter. So it's 9 centimeter. So now they don't want you to calculate by diameter. You calculate by radius. Radius is equals to diameter divided by 2. Here are the formulas, my lane. I'm trying to highlight by green here. Diameter is divided by 2 when you are calculating a radius. Radius is equals to diameter divided by 2. It is 9 divided by 2, which is 4,5. So they say the formula is supposed to be radius times radius. So it's 4,5 times 4,5. I believe you have understood that one there, Mylena. Let's get to the volume of a rectangular prism. It's very much simple. We must know the dimensions that we have length. I'm just doing a revision. We were talking about it yesterday. I want to talk about temperature and then we close this session. You have length, here you have breadth, and then here you have height. Your length is 10 centimeter. So what happens here? The volume of a rectangular prism is length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. That's how you calculate it. So it's going to be 15 centimeter multiplied by 10 centimeter multiplied by 10 centimeter, which is equals to 1,500. 15 centimeter multiplied by 10 centimeter multiplied by 10 centimeter. That's how you calculate it there. That's how you calculate it. I believe no one has difficulties on volume. Can we go to the, was it not 14 centimeter yesterday? What do you refer to, Lindo? Can you tell me what you are referring to? In this way is wrong or what? Volume is equals to 3,142 times 4,5 squared times 13. Yes, that's so correct. That's correct. I just made sure that I do not use the squared. I use what it represents, which is 4,5 times 4,5. It's also the same thing. Was it not 14 centimeter yesterday, she refers to the length, or I mean, it might be the height that she refers to. It's supposed to be the height. It might have been 14 centimeter yesterday, I don't know. But today we have used this unit, so it is not so a big deal when we change the unit. 9 centimeter, or where's that one that she refers to? I think it might be this one on the new section. Okay, this is volume. Yeah, it might be this one. It's 13 centimeter. It was 13 centimeter yesterday. I believe it was 13 centimeter yesterday because we calculated it. Remember, we calculated it. We tried to find it, and I showed you that it was 13 centimeter. It's even in the WhatsApp group. People asked questions about it. We even showed how we calculated it. You can check on the group. Yeah, thank you for understanding. Class, let's discuss temperature before we close this session. Let's discuss temperature. This is very much simple. Temperature is very much simple. Temperature, you can take notes here. You can take notes here. You can take screenshot here. You can also take screenshot here. Temperature is the measurement of how hot or cold a substance or object is. The measurement of how hot or cold. Most people, when they think of temperature, they think of something that is hot. No, even something that is cold is also temperature. Temperature measures the thing that is hot and also the thing that is cold. So that's how it works. The measurement of how hot or cold a substance or object is. That's the definition for temperature. You can just take a screenshot or you can write it down. So before we get to the formula for calculating temperature, I want you to know the importance of setting, monitoring, and interpreting temperature. Setting, monitoring, and interpreting temperature. This is how I teach Maths Lead, so that when you start to calculate, you know what you're calculating. We don't just teach you numbers. Numbers change. We teach you 7 today. Tomorrow you'll find that it's 8. So we must teach you math this way, so that no matter how much numbers might change, you will also understand how to solve it. Setting, monitoring, and interpreting temperature. I want you to know that temperature dials need to be set on household appliances such as oven, heater, freezer, fridge, air conditioner, or whatever. Temperature dials need to be set. We set temperature. When we talk of setting temperature, that's what we mean. You set temperature on an iron, you set temperature on a stove, you set temperature on a heater. That's how you set temperature. So temperature need to be monitored. Appliances temperature need to be monitored to prevent under or overheating. Can my class mention something that cannot work well when it is underheating? And something that can not work well when it's overheating? What does not work well when it's too hot? What does not work well when it's not too hot? Can you also mention? Overheating, you show me. Underheating, you show me. Just mention them. I just want to make this class interesting. Can you show me the things that cannot work well when they are too hot, and the things that cannot function well when they are too cold or not well warm? I can give you an example. It's an iron. An iron cannot function well when it is overheating. Can you name your own things that cannot work well when they are overheating? My class can think of things. I know you can think of it. Things that cannot work well when they are too hot, such as an iron. I'm looking for answers, and I cannot see answers. Is my class here? Can you just mention things that cannot work well when they are too hot, or things that cannot work well when they are underheating? I'm looking for answers. I can't see answers. I was supposed to be seeing names of appliances, such as stoves, heater, whatever. There are too many things that cannot work well when they are underheating or overheating. Let me just pass on that. I believe many people were just typing. I believe others were just typing. Okay, interpreting temperature. Now we are going to the calculations, but I want you to understand interpreting temperature. Please come back to the page where we are working. Interpreting temperature. I want you to know that temperature measurement need to be interpreted. We need to interpret temperature we need to understand temperature every day. It is very much important for you to know the temperature before you leave the room, so that you can make the right choice of clothes. We wear clothes depending on the temperature. When it's too hot, we wear clothes that are comfortable in that weather or temperature. When it is too cold, we wear jackets and all sorts of things so that we can be well in that temperature or weather. I believe you understand what we refer to when we talk about setting, monitoring, and interpreting temperature. Now we're going to this section, conversion formulae of temperatures. We're going to work here. I'm going to give you a small class work and then we're done. I wanted to know, class, I did not indicate that in South Africa or that the units of time measuring temperature changes depending on the country you live in. In South Africa, we use this thing, degrees Celsius. That's what we use. Okay, take a screenshot of these formulas. Degrees Celsius is what we use in South Africa. And then in America, they use this thing, degrees Fahrenheit. So the conversion line or the formulas for calculating degrees Celsius is that degrees Celsius is equals to Fahrenheit, degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 degrees plus, it's multiply. It's divide actually. I think I've made a mistake on my typing errors. You can just forgive me. I will try to fix it. Is degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1,8. I'm trying to fix it. I will fix it for you right now. If you've copied that formula, it might have been an error in the typing. This is supposed to be divide by 1,2 divide by, I will add it, but I'm just trying to erase it there. I will write it elsewhere. It's degrees Celsius is equals to degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1,8. Degrees Celsius is equals to degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1,8. Please write it down. Don't take a screenshot. Just write it down. Degrees Celsius is equals to degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 degrees divided by 1,8. Then degrees Celsius, degrees Fahrenheit is equals to 1,8 multiplied by degrees Celsius plus 32. This one is correct, plus this formula is correct. This one, we divide. We do not minus, we divide. I'm trying to fix it, but I cannot find the right way of fixing it. If I try to fix it, I will mess up this page. So please understand, we are in grade 12. We can understand when something is explained. Degrees Celsius is equals to degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 degrees divided by 1,8. Degrees Fahrenheit is equals to 1,8 times degrees Celsius plus 32 degrees. Now I want you to calculate this, class. I want you to calculate this for me. We are going to work this one for me, and it's going to be well. I believe many people are going to get it right. So I want you to calculate. Go to the chat section. I'm writing a question there that you're supposed to calculate. Go to the chat section. I'm writing something that you need to calculate. I want you to calculate or convert. I don't know how we call it. Maybe just say convert. I'll just say convert. Convert 120 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. Convert 120 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. I have not used the for degrees Celsius because my formula was messed up. I don't want to confuse somebody. I will use the degrees for degrees Fahrenheit. So convert 120 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. It is there. It is written on your chart. You can just go to the chart. The question is there. Convert 120 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. I'm giving you some time to work on that one. And if you master it, it means we do not have much time. While you are working on that one, let me work on fixing my formula, because now you are supposed to be working on that one and I am supposed to be working on my formula. I just need to erase minus there or plus there and add what is supposed to be added. We're now on the meantime, just make sure that you are right that one. Convert 120 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. We will stop here and then we'll be taking questions. We'll be taking questions after this one, after this activity. Because I cannot just come to you and tell you what I want to tell you. I must also know what you are focusing on or what is difficult on you. My symbol is there, class, it is fixed now. My symbol is there, it is fixed now. Everything is well now. I've taken the time that I needed and solved that thing. It is now okay. We are supposed to be working on it. I will only give you that one. I was supposed to give you two, but let me just give you one so that you can give the answers. Can someone calculate it for us? The formula is right now. The formula is right now. You can take the screenshot from the formula. Degrees Celsius is equal to degrees Fahrenheit divided by 1,8. Conte gave their answer. Let me go and check their answer. Degrees Fahrenheit is equal to, okay, it is not complete. It is not complete. I believe that Mylena is working on it. You can take screenshot from the formula. It is fine now. So let's deal with it. I'm giving my class only 2 minutes to work on that one. I'm giving my class only 2 minutes to work on that one. My class has only 2 minutes to kill that one. There's nothing difficult about temperature class. There is nothing difficult about converting temperature. It's very much simple. It's very much easy. If you master that one, then you know that now you are not even going to have much difficulty on it. So please, let's kill it. Can I see your answers? Can I see your answers? Can I see your answers? I'm looking at the answers and I can't see answers. Okay, let me check the answers of the people that have. I'm now looking at the answers. I'm not looking at the comments. And I can see, okay, overeating in this way, okay. Okay, wait, I will provide the answers now. 1,8 times 120. 1,8 times 120 is equals to 126 plus 32 is equals to 248 degrees Fahrenheit, okay. 1,8 times 120 plus 32 or 216 plus 32 is equals to 248. Where do we download the recorded session? I will upload the videos on the WhatsApp group. Maringa Amu gave me a picture. I can see your picture. Degrees Fahrenheit is equals to 1,8 times 120 plus 32, which is 216 degrees plus 32 is 248 degrees. And Atandiwe says degrees Fahrenheit says degrees Celsius. No, you used the wrong formula, Atandiwe. You used the wrong formula. That formula used is degrees Celsius is equals to, so that's 4 degrees Celsius, is not 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Please go back and check the formulas that you were supposed to use the second formula. I believe you understand and that you are not offended by my comment on that one. So Lishaka gave her own answer. I can see your answer there. Then Noltando says 1,8 is equals times 120 is equals to 216 plus 32 is 248. Conte says 1,8 times 120 is equals to 216. Okay, I can see your answers. Many of you are getting it right. I've seen right answers, many right answers. The Degrees Fahrenheit is equals to 1,8 times 120 plus 32. 216 plus 32 is 248. And then I can see from Lindo, which is also 248 degrees. Okay, class. I'm very much excited about your answers here. Interpreting conversion degrees Fahrenheit 32 divided by 1,8. Okay, I can see 216 plus 32 is 248 degrees Fahrenheit. Do we all understand degrees Fahrenheit, or is there anyone who has not understand how we calculate temperature? Is there anyone who has not understood how we calculate temperature? If you did not understand how we calculate temperature, please let me know now. Or if you have any question before we close this session, because I am done giving you lessons that I've prepared. I just want to work on what you want us to focus on. So if you want us to focus on something related to what we've been talking about, related to measurement, don't tell me about finances or in other things. If you have questions about temperature or volume or something, this is the good chance for you to tell me, to let me know if you have a question. And then if you have a question, we're gonna give you time to ask that question or anything else related to it. My class, I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Someone said, are you available tomorrow? Meaning they need a class tomorrow, or they are demanding if I could have a class tomorrow. Class, we're always available. It depends on the availability of learners. If learners are available, then the teacher is always available. Same time, always available. If we can organize, we can organize. It's no problem about that. Can you come up with another question in conversions? Conversions of temperature. Can you please verify if it's conversion of temperature or conversion of kilometers or something? Yeah, class, tomorrow I think of giving you something. I want to give you a question. I will send it on the group and you will send the answers on the WhatsApp group. It will not be online class. I just want to share a paper. I will share it in the morning. It will only be one question or question. I will take question for a difficult question and I will send it on the group and then you will send the answers on the. Okay, can you come up with questions again? I guess we can organize here. Yeah, there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing bad about it. We can organize, of course. We'll talk about it. We'll verify it with the group there. Class, please let me know if there is anything you would like to know about this thing now. Please let me know if there is anything you would like to understand before we close this session. We only have 3 minutes on this session that I'm giving you. By 22 or 7:45, we are closing. So please let me know so that I highlight for the last time what's supposed to be highlighted. I'm checking the conversation. Yes, please. Class for tomorrow. Okay, class, thank you for your participation. We are coming to the end of this session. I want to appreciate you all. The chat section on WhatsApp is open. We'll continue with the conversation on WhatsApp. If there's something you want to ask, if there's something you want to understand or want to share about our classes and other things, you can just tell us about it on the group. So now we are coming to the end of this session and we're closing. I don't know why every time when I want to close, I have difficulty closing this thing. Okay.